What is up guys, Matthew here and welcome back to our FIFA 21 career mode here with the mighty Borough, and we will be continuing through the month of January, the crucial month of course where players can come, players can go, we can build a squad which hopefully will see us to playoff glory come the end of the season, and it is playoff glory that we are on the brink of achieving at the moment as we are on the edge of the playoff places. What we have today is an FA Cup third round replay against Nottingham Forest following the previous 1-1 draw, and then we have a game at home to Millwall and away to Swansea, two very difficult games. And we will be simulating the Forest game first and foremost and jumping in if necessary, as I've not used that feature before. But before we do, let's have a little look to see if we can maybe pull off one more move ahead of the Forest game. So looking at the scouts, I think a defender is definitely going to be the route we're going for. It's so tempting to always go for an attacking player because you just want to score goal after goal after goal. But we've got enough going forward now, especially with the addition of Balassi. I don't think we'll need any more attackers, but I think we will need another defender. And I've seen some comments. Thank you very much to the people who have commented. I know we've had Tanganga. He has been suggested as another loan signing, which we can definitely look at. As much as I do like the look of a couple of young strikers like Dembele, for instance, we're not going to be able to pull that off. So it is going to be a centre back, and I am looking to either loan Tanganga or where is he? This man, William Saliba, as his scout has finished, the report has been completed, and his wage is very, very generous, and he's very, very good, and he's 19. So in the real world, a loan for him would make more sense for a club like Arsenal, whereas Tanganga, you could say the same, but he is a little bit older, and he is also on a slightly higher wage. So I think between the two, if we can try and loan William Saliba, that would be good for us, and it would be good for Arsenal as well. So let's approach them and see if they'll let us loan him. So, approach to loan, and they're not interested. Wow, that's a surprise. Arsenal are not looking to loan William Saliba. That's a big blow, because he would have definitely been someone that we could look at. So, Saliba, they are not willing to loan out, so let's move to Tanganga and see if Tottenham are willing to let him go out on loan. So Tanganga, not rated as highly, but is more versatile. He can play left back, right back, centre back, which is really useful. He has a trait also, and yeah, generally looks like he might actually be a better fit for a squad like us. So let's see if they'll loan him. And they're not interested either! Oh, come on, Tottenham. Oh, why are both of these Premier League clubs not willing to loan out any of their young stars? That's really, really frustrating. Can we not even delegate? No, we can't. So Saliba and Tanganga are both out the question. So, third choice, Callum Chambers. Now, he's played for Borough before, so that might hopefully shift in our favour. He is highly more rated than the other two. And is a bit more expensive, so wages could be an issue. But the big question is, are Arsenal willing to let us loan him? No, they're not! And it's because the contract's too short. So I'm guessing he's only got 6 months left on his contract. That's so frustrating. So Callum Chambers can't be loaned either because his contract is too short. And I think they've got to be below a certain age for the loan to buy. Doesn't actually mention his contract. So Callum Chambers is another one we cannot approach. And we're running out of options. Thomas Callas, potentially bringing him back to the club. Carter Vickers, he's okay, but his overall's not great. And the others are all rivals who probably wouldn't want to loan us their best players when we're direct rivals. So yeah, the search for a centre-back will go on, as the targets that we really want are not going to be loanable, and the alternatives I'm not really fancying either, so we'll probably deploy a scout to go out and find us a centre-back from the Premier League who we can loan, and fingers crossed they'll get something back for us that we'll be able to, you know, get over the line before the end of January. It's still early in the window, but that's a little bit frustrating, so I think we'll send out Rob Cowie, and we will send him out to try and get us a centre-back from the Premier League. So the team we're going for ahead of the Forest game, and part of the changes I've made is that I have one eye on the league and fitness as well. And, you know, already the lack of centre-backs is starting to show. Stojanovic will be in goal again. Coulson remains at left-back. Dyke still comes in for Spence at right-back. Then we've had to replace Tomori and Grant Hall with Howson and Wood. Both Tomori and Hall are not fit. McNair comes in for Morsey alongside Saville. Wing comes in for Roberts, and Tavernier will partner Balassi on the wings with Fletcher up front. So this will be interesting to see how the simulation feature fares. They seem to have put out quite a strong team, and of course we do have a goal to get to the last 32 of the FA Cup, so it is there's a little bit of pressure on this game. So we might have to jump in if things start to go wrong. But this is the Football Manager style of FIFA, with the top-down gameplay with the dots. And yeah, it should be interesting to see how this feature goes, once it loads, that is. So we go then. Forest kick-off. It's cool that you get to see the fitness and the ratings, so that's quite interesting, actually. I like that. So, here's McNair then. Wing, Balassi's in behind. Good cross in. And Forest could now maybe counter-attack us.
Amiobi. Thiago Silva.
Cross comes in. Ooh, and that was a chance.
Yeah, it was a quality cross, and he gets up well, and it's just wide.
So Forest with the first big chance. Wing trying to dictate play. Balassi gets tackled. I think Forest might clear the ball, and they have, and Amiobi is beaten to it though by Nathan Wood, but his clearance is not a good one. Free kick to Forest, and they've scored. Joel Lolly. I think they'd flicked it on, and Lolly finishes it. So Forest take the lead.
Showing patience, looking for
We
the
need to
equaliser.
get back in the game.
This looks promising.
Otherwise, we might be out of the FA Cup. Tavernier is in the box, but he gets tackled.
There to win it back.
Coulson on the cover.
He could really get at the opposition.
And Wings lost out now. Doesn't seem to be having the best of games, but that's well won by McNair.
That's a lovely ball.
Good counter-attack.
Now in potentially a dangerous
Ball in, and I think it was a header from Fletcher with a save. In the corner isn't successful either. And Forest now counter-attack with Amiobi on the left.
He could pick out a teammate. Played into the centre.
Good cross, dangerous. They're in again, and it's 2-0. Joe Lolly doubles the lead. And this is not looking good for us. Unless there's a huge turnaround, we're going to have to jump in, without a doubt, in the second half
It's with Bong.
to try and rescue this.
Well, that is how to run at defenders.
Stojanovic has made another save there.
And he clears the danger.
It's hard to really analyse what's gone wrong. If it's been like a defensive,
And now they have the ball back.
poor defensive display or what by us in the first half, but yeah, not good. 1-1.
So the ball is rolling again.
See
the
if we
first
can
half struggles of Borough were there for all to see. Can they make a better fist of it
Make
in
anything of
this
the second half early on. We haven't had a chance yet, which is really unlike us.
Tavernier. Now
I
Saville.
think if we get to 60 minutes without scoring, we will have to jump in, as again Wings lost the ball.
Scope for them to counter-attack here.
I don't think we've tested their keeper.
Bong. And a throw-in it's going to be.
I think when we come in, we'll make a couple of changes as well. As the cross comes in, and they almost get a third. Come on, Tavernier is in behind. Cross though is intercepted again. I don't want to be jumping in, as I wanted this game to just be over and done with without us really having to do anything, but we're going to have to try and save it.
So it's going to be a goal kick here.
Goal kick. And we are going to jump in and make a couple of changes. We'll bring on Roberts and Marvin Johnson. Let's see if we can get us back into this game.
Wood. Well, many a fan has been wondering about this. It is now official. Ciro Immobile has completed his move to the Bernabeu League.
Well, I'm hearing
Roberts is first. Touches on the ball. Fletcher dummies the defender, and we've straight away created a chance. As well, I think we've had so much. We've had enough of this game to a point now where our manager has got a Borough kit on. FIFA has got a few strange glitches, but yeah, we're just getting so annoyed that we're going to sub ourselves on by the looks of it.
And a substitution in the offing.
That's such a weird glitch. But yeah, if things keep going as badly as they are, we're going to come on. The manager's going to come on and win us the game. I'm going to take this into my own hands, literally. So jumping into the game and playing as the team, I'm actually going to come on myself. Corner. Defended well. Bolassi's corner. Oh, it's come down to Roberts. Big block by the Forest defence there. As you're going to put money on Roberts burying that into the corner. Here's Coulson. Running forward. He's going to have two men in the middle to pick out. Somehow he only picks out Lolly. And picks out the hand of Joe Lolly. So, what are we on? Two minutes. Now or never. If we're going to send this one all the way. The referee not in a rush to ensure that the wall is at a good distance. As the clock continues to tick down. Ref, we're not in a rush, honestly. Not in a rush at all, ref. Ref, do you want to thank you. So the ref finally looks to blow the whistle. Ball in. It's not beat the first man, really. So it's going to have to be the corner. It's in from Saville, and it's defended well again as Johnson's shot is blocked, as they threw everything in front of every shot we've had, and that will be that. Forest have knocked us out of the FA Cup.
Well, sometimes, Derek, you learn more about your own team after a narrow win like that rather than thrashing a team. Good team effort that. The coach will be pleased.
We had the game won in the replay until we conceded late on, and because of that replay, we've had to go to Forest and the City Ground to try and get a win. And was simulating the game a mistake? I don't know, but the damage was done in the first half. I think we played better in the second, but too little too late. And we are out of the FA Cup. So that's the FA Cup out of the way, and all of our domestic competitions, really. It's just the league from here on in, which I think is a good thing. I don't think we're going to lose our job just because we didn't make the last 32 of the FA Cup. We are smashing the domestic objective in terms of finishing mid-table. So, yeah, it's time to crack on and prioritise the league. And we're going to do that by heading to Millwall, I believe. Are we heading to Millwall or are they heading here? They're coming here. So, yeah, let's go to the team sheet for the game at home to Millwall. So, to my relief, a lot of our top players are back to full fitness, barring one being Balassi, who's having to sit on the bench for this game. But we've got Bettinelli back in goal. The usual back four now with Dale Fry out injured. Hall and Tomori are back in the centre of defence. Morsy's back alongside Saville with Roberts in behind Fletcher. Johnson's on the left. Tavernier has replaced Balassi, who isn't 100% fit, on the right. And we've chosen to play Ashley Fletcher up front. It is just a toss-up between him and Akpom, but we're going to go with Fletcher for this one. So, yeah, not disappointed by the cup defeat. We are on the verge of getting back into the playoffs, and we could do it if we can beat Millwall. Once again, our manager's just decided to we're just going to have a kit on. Maybe it's not the simulation game. Maybe it's not the fact that we need to we simmed the Forest game and it's just broken FIFA. I think since the latest update, we've just, binned the suit. And the one way that we're choosing to send a message across to our players is that if you don't play well, I'm going to come on. I'm going to replace you and come on as the manager / player. I've took on a new role. I'm a player coach now. FIFA has had its glitches this year. There's another one, the formation glitch. We've been playing a 5-3-2 forever.
The Millwall starting 11. How would you sum up this formation, Lee?
Well,
Anyway,
5-2-3-3.
can't remember our last result against Millwall. I think I remember it being a tough game, actually. You'll have to remind me. The result.
Going forward, they have to supply some sort of support to the wide players who will try and provide service for the lone striker.
And firing it into the air.
Corner comes in. Oh, when it was a header. Near post. Looked close. Leonard it was. Was it as close as it looked? Kinda.
Moss. Good looking ball.
What a ball. What a ball that is. That's the best ball I think I've seen. They've kept it in. They've crossed it in. And the header's just wide. Should have scored. Matt Smith there. I think he was just put off enough by Tomori. He's been our best player. But again, one long ball over the top just stayed in. And Millwall are causing us problems. We need to get going in this game.
21 minutes,
Morsey and Saville trying to find a path towards the Millwall defence. But once again, although Fletcher has won that back, we're struggling to get through the defence as Tavernier does find a bit of space. But his shot straight at the goalkeeper. I think by even our attacking standards, Millwall are going to be a tough nut to crack. Early on, I say that though, George Saville finds himself in the box! And George Saville scores against his former club. The first time we've breached their back line. And it's the man that they so often saw doing this in their own blue and white shirt. Saville arriving in the box into a big chunk of space, and it's a good finish by a man who has very much been one of our best players in real life. There we are, look at us, not ready to sub ourselves on just yet. But yeah, George Saville, a man who's been in form in real life, in form in the game as well, and scores his second goal of the season.
1-0 then.
Puts us 1-0 up.
Number 22, George Saville.
Mason Bennett.
This is a message for Andy Topham. That's Andy Topham. Can you please return to your vehicle immediately?
Tomori again. An absolute rock
News of a goal in the
at the back.
game. Alan McInally has the details.
Mossy finds Spence. Roberts tries to bend one. And the keeper tips it over the bar.
Well, he's given a corner, the referee.
I don't know if the keeper was expecting that, but that was going in.
Well, he knows they've missed a golden opportunity to extend the lead there.
That would have been some goal by Roberts.
He's put the ball down on the spot.
Spence finds Roberts.
Oh, brilliant.
He's causing problems, is Roberts.
He hardly moved.
Shot is blocked though. And here they go again, looking for that man Mason Bennett.
Scott Malone.
Spencer's going to have to really be wary of him though, and that's exactly what he was there. Wins the ball high up the pitch.
I understand there's been a change to the scoreline in the Brentford match. Alan McInally
Roberts
can
looks for
provide us
Johnson.
with the details.
It's a second goal.
Johnson keeps it in, and Saville with the header. He almost gets a double. Once again, there he is, arriving late.
For having to cut him off in that fashion. To confirm, Brentford did score in that
Keeper
game.
forced into
And
a
the
save,
lead,
but
as things stand,
I think the
is
balance
2-0.
between Morsey dropping back into the back four and Saville joining the front three is really effective.
Matt Smith.
As Tomori wins another big tackle in the
We'll have a
box.
couple of additional minutes at the end here. And it's a quality pass.
Tav finds Fletcher, who hasn't been as involved
On the wing.
as he has been, but he has a shot.
Grabs off the keeper.
Oh, it's going to be tight from that angle,
Well, they survived the attack.
and that might be the last act of the half. We've grown into this game and started to really test Millwall
So it is, the first half
after a
story
slow
has been
start.
written.
And it is their former man, George Saville, who splits the teams. And we lead Millwall at half-time by 1-0.
Marcus Tavernier.
Sort of slipped into the
Kyle
same
Tomori.
poor, sloppy form that we had in the first half, where we can't really string a pass
Ashley
together.
Fletcher.
But luckily Millwall haven't really dealt us any damage either.
Tavernier.
It only takes one attack for
He
them
has time
to
to
level
play it
this
over.
game. Tavernier looking for a way past.
I understand there's been
Just
a
get the
goal
cross
in
in.
the Brentford match. Alan
But
McInally.
again, it's defended well as Millwall have been really tough to break through.
Thanks, Alan.
And if we're not careful, we might see a similar outcome to the Forest game in the Cup, where we led but couldn't kill the game off. And they come back and equalised.
A really
Oh,
top-notch
Tomori
piece
is
of
there
defending.
again. It's very unlike us not killing a game off, but I feel like we're going to have to do it. Saville, great ball.
Bolassi.
But Balassi
Well,
is
they no longer
intercepted.
have the ball. Lewis Wing.
Wing. Oh, and Assombalonga almost with the assist of the season there with a little cheeky back
Inside the final
heel
2 minutes of this contest.
as we enter the final
They find a late
couple of
leveller.
minutes. And Millwall going to snatch it, snatch a point.
This could square the game.
They're in behind.
Able
Oh, it's a
defending,
big tackle from
but can they
Coulson.
keep it out?
The man goes down, but he wins the ball. Grant
Defended well.
Hall with a big tackle. But a
Well, not
very,
hard to
very
read that
bad
pass.
clearance.
A chance to whip it in.
Millwall are putting us under pressure.
It looks promising.
Trying
He
to
cuts
put
it
balls
back.
into the box. Tomori with an unbelievable
Amid
block.
impending danger.
And that, I think, has saved us.
There it is, the final
the
whistle,
3
and the fans
points.
will be leaving the stadium with smiles on their faces, Lee.
Well, Derek, either side could have won that. That's how tight it was. That will feel like 6 points, not 3.
That was an unbelievably tough game. Not many chances, especially in the second half. It was two defences cancelling each other out, really. Millwall were very, very good. Luckily, we got the goal that won us the game, but I think... Hasn't happened often in this career mode, but man of the match has got to go to one of our defenders. Tomori blocked everything, was in the right place at the right time, won every header, and definitely was the reason why we kept that 3 points. A narrow win, but an important one as we beat Millwall by 1-0. So a big win for us, as you see. That does put us into the playoffs for the first time in a long while. There's a bit of a gap between us and the teams above though, which will take some closing in. But that is one of them wins where you think if you drop 2 points, it could really have an impact on the season when you look back at it at the very end. So a huge 3 points really. as Martial has gone to Barcelona for £93.6 million. My God. Some of these transfers are absolutely mental. Luca Digne, has he gone back to PSG? Where did he play before Everton? Almost 60 million. That's the sort of money you want to be chucking about. And Piemonte Calcio, I wonder who they are, have sold Douglas Costa to Chelsea. Some crazy transfers. And there is... Let's just take a moment to mourn the loss of AS Roma from FIFA. Roma FC, as they are now called. That's very, very sad. But anyway, we will keep our focus on the league. We've got a big win there against Millwall, but now we've got to travel all the way down to South Wales to play another good team away at Swansea. So with a full week between games, we've had a full week to get everybody back to full fitness, and it will be an unchanged team from the Millwall game. The team that kept us a solid clean sheet and have got all of our best creative players going forward too. So, yeah, let's head to Swansea. Jed Spence, good ball in behind. Yannick Bolasie is in. Yannick Bolasie, oh, cross is blocked. If he could have found Tavo Fletcher there, we would have been in. But it's a corner.
Now the delivery.
Cross comes in, and Ashley Fletcher with the header puts us in the lead. The league's top goal scorer with a bullet header. Don't often score from corners. I was not expecting that.
Well, here's the replay, Derek. It's a good, strong ball.
But I mean, he's free in the middle. No one picking up Fletcher. And it's a pretty good header in between the keeper and the defender on the line. No idea who was marking him. That's poor defending from Swansea. Ashley Fletcher with his 19th goal of the season puts us 1-up here at the Liberty Stadium.
Morgan Gibbs White. He just let his opponent glide.
Wayne Routledge has done not one but two of our defenders. What a goal that is! What a goal from Wayne Routledge.
The lead lasted nearly minutes.
That was brilliant. Made Tomori and Grant Hall look like amateurs.
Well, here's the replay.
I mean, beats Tomori. See you later, Grant Hall.
And he chooses to use
that is a great goal.
Not much chance for the keeper when it's hit that hard.
One of the best individual goals I think we've seen from the AI on this game. Our lead did not last very long at all.
Coming, Derek, didn't we? And so
that's it, we're coming on. We're subbing ourselves on, that's it. Game on. It's one each.
Grimes. The attack continues. They're making considerable progress.
This is good play, this from Swansea. Really good play. John is in behind.
It comes to absolutely nothing.
Luckily, Coulson is there on the cover.
What can he do from here?
But since equalising, it's been all Swansea. John Noy's proven to be tricky. Although Jed Spence is not leaving him alone. And Spence does really well there to relentlessly defend the cross.
They need to get tighter.
Can Bolasie get us going here on the counter-attack? No, he can't. And that is the end of a very end-to-end half, which has resulted in few chances.
He's been the standout for his side so far.
The half flew by. Just because of how quick the game was, but it's the two early goals that matter, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Fulton now.
Good ball into Gibbs-White. Tomori stands him up. And again makes an absolutely vital challenge. And that's been the story of the second half.
Third goal for Watford.
The first time either defence has been really unlocked by the ball from Roberts there. Bolasie had the strength and maybe should be scoring. That's the first big chance of the second half. We scored from a corner earlier.
And over comes the corner.
Fletcher with another header.
That
one was not as sweet. Sort of skidded off his head and wide there. Rossi did well. Fletcher and Roberts with the 1-2 and Roberts with a strike. As we call their keeper into action again. Roberts, despite being sort of surrounded by defenders, got that strike off, and it was travelling into the top corner.
And firing it into the area.
And that ricocheted to Bolasie at the far post, whose cross was blocked. Saville's cross was blocked. Back in, and Roberts finds himself free. Oh, and Roberts should score there. Oh dear, ahead of the defender.
Well, everybody's disappointed.
Patrick Roberts should at least put that on target. In the last couple of minutes, we've just started to create and arguably should be in the lead with that big chance missed.
For Watford, 76 minutes played.
Well, they're in behind here. Ooh, Tomori with a big interception there. That man is in the right place at the right time. Every single attack as we look to counter. Bolasie, lovely ball. Fletcher! What a save! The keeper is keeping them in it in the second half. What a ball from Bolasie.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, they're conceding too many chances.
Swansea have started to just drop to being second best in this one, but their crowd is trying to get them up here. It only takes one opportunity. Here's Ayew. He's probably one of the few players who's got the better of Tomori in this game, as well as Lionel Routledge. But Spence stands strong there.
Fletcher. Well, wait, don't go anywhere. We're going to have 5 additional.
So we have 5 minutes of time added on as we look for a winner. We've definitely come the closest in the second half, but it's been such a tight game. Both defences have been pretty good. Again, like in the last game.
1 minute remaining.
And it would be in a way unfair if either team was to lose this, but I think if there was one team who deserved to win it, we'd edge it.
Jamal Lowe.
But Jamal Lowe here could change that.
Fulton now. Could cross it in here.
Swansea now throwing men forward.
Declan John.
This is good play. They're in the box. Jamal Lowe. Oh, and maybe chose the wrong choice there, as it was going wide. It was saved anyway. And that brings it to an end as we walk off in our bright red and green boots. Number 99 on our back for some reason.
The positive spin on it, 1 point gained, not 2 points.
Was it 2 points dropped? Maybe. But it was 2 tough halves against a very good team, and we come away, I think, from a tough place with a point as it finishes 1-1. So then, an interesting episode. We've been knocked out the cup, but we've had 2 solid results, I'd say, in the league. As we have a progress assessment or what they're going to say about us being knocked out the cup. So let's see where we are. So we need to sign someone from the youth academy. We'll do that just for the sake of it. We need to sign a veteran. Maybe we need to do that if we can't get a centre back. Well, I don't want to sign a veteran. There's no use to us really. Sell 2 players. We've sold 1. and signed 3 important players. We've signed 2 on loan. Or does that not count? Not too sure about that. Obviously, we've failed in our domestic success. We're on track with the league. So, to be honest, a lot of these objectives we're not doing too well at. I'm not sure about this one. I don't know what they mean by sell 2. Do they have to directly replace them in terms of position? Because we technically have signed 2 players on loan who are important players. But we don't have the budget to sign 3 important players who are really, really decent. Unless we sell 2 players who are really crucial and make a lot of money. So, we're not hitting every goal at the minute, but the main one that we are hitting is the league, which I think is going to be important for us. And we are ending the episode in the playoff places, which we've not been able to say for quite a while. 50 points we're on, only ahead of Blackburn on goal difference, and then there's quite a few points actually adrift from the likes of Sheffield and Derby. Birmingham are within 3 points, but our goal difference is pretty much worth an extra point. So it's only us and Blackburn, really, who are sort of in contention for the playoff, the final playoff place at this moment. There must have been a few drop points elsewhere, because it was very tight beforehand. But we have got our foot just inside the playoffs. And then after that, there's a 7-point gap to Brentford and Nottingham Forest, which basically shows that I think automatic promotion is off the cards now. 16 games to go, 10 points off Bournemouth. Them and Watford do not look like they're going to give up any ground, especially Watford. So I think automatic promotion is definitely at a push out of reach now. But the playoffs, we're very much in the race, and I'd like to be a little bit closer to Brentford, Forest and Norwich, just so we're more in the fight and not just sort of scrapping for the final playoff place, because of course there's only one place available then. A lot of teams behind us, and if we do get into the playoffs, we'll end up playing whoever's third, which would be Norwich, which would be difficult. So still a long way to go, though. 16 games left in this season. But that is it for today's episode, guys. So as always, if you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel for much more FIFA 21 content to come. And we'll be back in the next episode as we get ever so closer. In fact, we'll have deadline day in the next episode, and we still need to sign another centre-back, really. Preston at home, deadline day, and then it's the team I've just mentioned, Norwich away. This championship season just keeps getting harder, and we'll be back for that in the next episode. But until then, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Up the Borough!